Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Sunday, the 2nd of October 2022. Hope you are keeping well. It's evening here already. Early evening, but still actually evening here. And the I've forgotten the word. I've forgotten what it is now. The Observer, sorry. The Observer puzzle has only just arrived. It's very late getting out of the starting gate today. But it is here now, and that's the puzzle left to play. I haven't managed to play the other two games without pencil marks today, so let's see if I can get this one without the need for kind of any extra notation. But the thing is with the Observer, we have no idea of its level. It doesn't like to advertise itself ahead of time, so it could turn out to be an easy game. So if it is an easy game, and we may have some learners here, I mean absolute beginners or something. So if you have never played Sudoku before, but you see the easy title on here and you're wondering, you think this is your way in, well, welcome, first of all. You'll see that I'm highlighting rows across, and if you would like to count each square, you'll find that there are 9 squares in each row across. And since it is in fact a square, the shape is exactly square, of course there are 9 squares in each of these columns down. And actually we are divided into, we have the whole 9x9 grid divided into these smaller 3x3 grids, of which there are 9, and so of course it's often referred to as a game of nines. You might hear it called that. What is the objective? The objective is to complete the grid by placing one digit in one square without the digit being repeated in a row, column, or block. I was suddenly in mind of that game just a minute, without repetition, deviation, or hesitation, I was almost about to say. One of my favorite radio shows. Okay, let's get on with trying to find some numbers, and I'll explain how I find the first couple of numbers, and then after that you should be okay to go, right? So what can we say? We have we have a 9, I should say, in this column already, and that means that 9 is not allowed anywhere else in this column. So in this particular block down here, 9 is disallowed from these 2 squares. We have a 9 here, and that blocks all the way down this column as well. Remember that number can appear only once in its column. And then we have 4 and 5 already in this particular column here, and that leaves just one empty square. So we say, hey, you must be a 9 because you can't be anything. A 9 cannot fit anywhere else. Okay, and that's it really. That's all you need to know. If you can understand that, then you have enough logic to finish the game. Let's do the same thing with these 7s and say, look, 7 blocking up here, and now there's a 7 from this row here. Remember, rows are columns once only. 7 up, 7 across. That puts a 7 into that square. All right, now you've really got the idea. So please go ahead and finish the game. Have you done it yet? No? Okay, neither have I. There's still quite a long way to go yet. And we have no idea about the Observer. It's sometimes easy, sometimes really tough. Just don't know at this stage. 8's block across these 2 rows here and 8 blocks down here. That gives me an 8 in that square there. We have a 6 blocking up here and a 6 blocking down here, so that's the space for the 6. We have 6 across this row, and we have 6 up this column here, and that puts a 6 there. 6 across this row, and up here, so 6 goes in there. We have 4 up here, which means that 4 is either in this square or this square. Can't tell which one at the moment, but I know it's one of them. Oh, actually I can. Look, we've got 4 blocking up here, 4 blocking down here, so I can place the 4 there. So now in fact I can place the 4 in that square there. But anyway, 4 goes up there. I was going to say if it appears here or here, it doesn't matter. It blocks up there, and 4 blocks up there, so we know that the 4 is in fact in that square there. But actually we're going to be able to finish off all of the 4s on the grid 4's block like this. You see, 1, 2, 3 of them here. So 4 is there, and then we can say 4 blocking up here and across these two rows. And this is the final digit 4. We now have a 4 in every one of the small mini 3x3 grids. Okay, so there are no more to get. This 2 blocks this square here, so a 2 goes here, and then we need just a 3 to have every digit in this 3x3 grid. So at 1, 2, we don't have a 3 yet, but when we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we will finish it. So let's put our 3 there. And now the same thing for this row. We're just looking for one number to complete the series of 1 to 9, and that missing number is a 5. So let's put that in. Now we can get this number for sure. We could just say the 2 blocks across here like this, and then we say the 2 is there. There are 3 missing numbers here. They must be 1, 3, and 7. These must contain 1, 3, and 7. Actually, we can't place them yet. We've got an intersecting 1, but the 3's and the 7's we don't know about just yet. So we have to stop. We can't place those just yet. Now over here we are lacking 3 and 5, and again I don't think we can place them just yet. So we'll have to come back and look at a later time. Now there are also 3 empty squares here, so that's worth looking at. We are missing 1, 3, and 5. Now we can see the 5 blocking down here, so we know the 5's are up here like this. Now we also know that 5's have got to be like this, and 5's are up here. Okay, yeah, that's good. So it means that up here we have 5. The 5 blocks this square here. Do you agree? And so 5 blocks down here as well. And so 5 will be in one of these 2 squares. So this can't be a 5. In fact, 5 must be in one of these 2 squares. Then we have this 5 and this 5 also blocking these 2 squares here. So 5 is up there. That means that 5 over here must be in this square here, because it's in the bottom row of these 3 blocks that are connected together. Now if you're a beginner, this may seem a little bit complicated, but if you work out the logic, you could just say, look, 5 appears in one of these squares, so that can't be 5. 5 blocks this square and 5 blocks this square, so this is the only available square in this row. Now 5 blocks down here, and we know that the 5 goes here, and the 3 is the last number we need here. Okay, I hope it's not going too fast. Remember though, if it is a little bit fast for you, you can always go back and watch it again. 1's block along the first row and the first column like this, and so 1 is here. 1's block across this row and across this row, and 1 will appear here. Now the missing digits here are 2 and 3. Now we have a blocking 2 up here, so the 2 appears here and the 3 appears here. Now we can get this number, because if you remember, missing numbers here are 1, 3, and 7. Now when we look and see that the 1 and 3 are in the same column, when we examine this square here, we say, can it be 1? No. Can it be 3? No. Then it must be 7. So the 7 fits there. 1 and 3 obviously here, but we still can't get those yet. We have to come back to them at a later time. Right, where to now? Well, this column here doesn't yet have a... Oh, it does. Oops, I was about to make a mistake. But let's do something that's not a mistake. We have 6 blocking up here, 6 blocking up here. That puts a 6 into that square, and 6 blocking across this row and up these 2 columns here puts a 6 there. That was in fact the last digit of that column. I could have just done it anyway. 6 is now finished. 4 and 6 are done throughout the grid, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. We have a 9 blocking up this column here, and that puts a 9 into that square there. Then we have 9's blocking down these 2 columns, and a 9 across this row. 9 goes there. We have 9 up here and 9 across here, and 9 is now finished. We don't have to think about it anymore. So let's see, there's 1 empty square in this column. That will be filled by 2, I believe. now 2 blocking up here puts a 2 into this square, 2 blocking down these 2 columns here and across here puts a 2 there, 2 across this column, a row and this row, and down this column puts a 2 there. And there's one more 2 to get, 2 blocking across here, so that's where the 2 goes. 2's finished. 3 goes in here now, 3 blocks across here and appears here now. We also need a 3 to complete this column. And can we finish? No, we can't quite finish the 3's. We'll look again at the 3's later, but here in the meantime we have a number we can get, which is 5, and now down here we need a 1 for this column. Still can't finish, so let's see what's missing from here. We need a 5 and we need an 8, but we can't place the 5 or the 8 just yet. But we will in a second, because we have 5 blocking down here and 5 across here, so this is where our 5 goes, and now the 5 blocks this square. So 5 is here and 8 is here like this. 8 blocks down this column here, giving us an 8 here and 8 across, 8 across here puts an 8 up there, which is the last empty square here. You can find it just by looking along here and seeing which number is missing, of course. 8 blocking down here, 8 across here, 8 goes there, which is the last 8 to place as well. Now 1 blocks across here like this, and so 1 is in either this square or this square, which means that it can't appear here. So this will be our 1 and this will be our 3, and the 3 blocks down here, putting a 3 here, 3 across here, 3 is here, 1 across here, 1 is here, and the last number to get here is a 7. 7 also blocks across here, putting a 7 into that square. 1 is in this square, and 3, no, not 3, what is missing up here? 5 blocks up here, 5 goes to here, and 7 will complete today's grid. So a very easy grid from the Observer today. It took a long time to get there, and when it did, it was a pretty easy game. Certainly the easiest of the day by far. The other games have been much more difficult than that for me, and also previous Observer games have been more difficult. That's it from me, and I hope to see you for more Sudoku whenever you're in the mood to play the game. Bye bye.